Tourism is essential for communities to thrive. The cultural tourism business in Texas generates over $40 billion a year for our state.
Of the ticketed events that were held here last year, approximately 20% of the patrons came from outside the city limits.
Gosh, look at all the out-of-town folks here. You know, while they're here, they're spending money here. They're eating in our restaurants, and they're going to our gas stations, and they may even be spending the night. And gosh, isn't that great that they're adding money into our community?
My name is Vince Hernandez. I'm the general manager of the Texas Musical Drama. It's mounted on the stage behind me. It's really an amazingly dynamic show. And I've had so many people who have walked out of here who tell me, we had no idea. We just never would have dreamed that there was something like this in the middle of the Texas Panhandle. We're a huge revenue generator for the Parks and Wildlife Department. We pay the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department 10% of all of the revenue that's generated here at the park.
Having Texas and just Palo Canyon is just amazing. I mean, you know, when people come to Amarillo, they want to go down and hike or ride bikes at Palo Canyon. They're just amazed at what it looks like. And then to have a musical drama down, you know, outside in the canyon like that is just fascinating.
By the late 80s and early 90s, there were more than 100,000 people coming to the show every season.
The perspective of bringing people to an outdoor theater. People will come who have never attended a theater performance in their life, but they'll come because it's outdoors and it's spectacular and there's sound and light. We always felt that Texas was a catalyst for the arts. One of the things that we even did was to encourage other art organizations to get started. The Globe News Center is a great example of that, you know, where everybody contributed.
Originally it was going to be all private money, and $33 million in a community this size is a lot of money. It wound up being about 90% private money, and the support of the community was remarkable.
From the very beginning, the board had worked out with city leaders that this facility would be donated back to the city once it was completed, and owned and operated and managed by the city.
We started, and then the negotiation with the city of Amarillo, they got so excited they gave us their very best piece of property. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Children's Education Center was something that we didn't originally think about putting in, but as we traveled the Panhandle of Texas asking for funding for this building, what we heard more than anything from everyone was, we would be interested in your building if you could help us with education of our children. It has turned out to be one of the best decisions we ever made, and it has actually outgrown these walls.
Window on a Wider World is the education component of this facility, and our mission is to provide those enriched experiences of arts, science, and culture for the children of the Texas Panhandle. This program reaches throughout Region 16, and that includes the 26 counties of the Texas Panhandle, 26,000 square miles, 63 school districts.
And you take a 5 or 6 year old and bring them into an establishment like this and get them started in the arts when they're young. And then they're your contributors that, you know, make a difference for economic development later in life.
It is so much fun to stand in here and watch these children walk in here. You know, they're from these little tiny towns outside of Amarillo. Many